Gaetz, a House Budget Committee member who was dead set against it, remains concerned about all the spending that helped make it possible. Congressman, now we have it, and for 2 years, we're going to be spending a lot more. And to Rand Paul's point, I would assume to yours, Republicans have kind of lost their identity on this, haven't they?
Well, you're absolutely right, Neil, and there are many good Republican members of Congress who voted for this spending bill, concerned about our troops. I just wasn't one of them because I think it's offensive to our military to lash their safety and their fate to government spending that should not be justified given our current debt position. And what I'm really worried about, Neil, is that we're robbing the country of the economic value of tax cuts when we don't cut spending. I mean, when you cut taxes and then you dramatically increase spending, it's not really a tax cut. You're just sending the bill to the next generation. The government will have to go out and sell over $1 trillion in Treasury bonds, as you pointed out in our last segment. And so that's $1 trillion that we're taking out of the game in our economy. It won't be invested in the stock market or in businesses or in job creation or growth. It'll instead be used to feed the beast of government, and that's why I voted no.
But why didn't Republicans go ahead and lead the way on this issue? Go ahead and say, all right, we're going to touch entitlements, whatever you want to call them. We're not going to go out and hack the smithereens. We're just going to try to slow their growth, as Paul Ryan tried to do a number of years back. Was it the memory of that ordeal where, if I can remember correctly, Ryan was pictured as throwing Granny off a cliff, that it was just not worth it, that you're worried enough about your majority in the November midterms that you just didn't want to add to it?
I think it was more of a practical calculation to keep the government open than a political calculation about 2018, but this was bipartisanship at its worst. Republicans wanted to fund our troops. Democrats wanted to fund wasteful domestic spending, and so we compromised and did both. And to me, that's just gutless. Look, Neil, I'm 35 years old. I'm one of the youngest members of Congress, and I think it is just shameful that we would engage in the greatest wave of generational theft in all of human history because we don't have the guts to make zero-sum decisions and to cut spending when we want to cut taxes.
But do you think this vote lost it for you? The convenience of keeping the government lights on for another couple of years mean they're going to go dark for you in November?
Well, that remains to be seen. I think we've still got a compelling message regarding economic growth. I hope that this spending doesn't blunt the success for American families.
So you think the gain of tax cuts will overcome the apparent hypocrisy of a party that talks big on containing spending but is now spent on this issue?
We better hope so. I didn't vote for that spending, but I think that at the end of the day, people will vote based on whether or not they believe their personal economic conditions are better or worse. If you were to judge us today, people are doing better than they did in the Obama economy.
All right. Very good seeing you, Congressman. Thank you very, very much.